Hello, I welcome you all to this wonderful channel. So in this video, we are going to look at salts. Okay, this is a continuation from our previous videos under acids, bases, and salts. So now salts, we are first going to give the definition of what a salt is. Okay, so we are going to have the definition here. So that is the definition there. A salt is a compound formed when ore or part of the hydrogen ions are replaced by what? Metal ions, or, okay, so it's not just metal ions, okay, metal ions or by ammonium ions, okay. So in our previous videos, we saw reaction of acids, and from the reaction of acids, we were able to see that all those reactions were giving out a salt. So this is what we looked at. We saw that each time you add an acid plus a metal, and the metal, remember, watch the video, I said the metal has to be higher than hydrogen in the reactivity series. Okay. It will always give us a salt plus hydrogen. Okay. Acid plus carbonate, you get salt, water, and carbon dioxide. Acid plus base, you get salt and water. So you imagine that all these reactions, we have one common element that is being given, and that is a what? A salt. And we're saying that a salt is a compound formed when ore or part of the hydrogen ions are replaced by metal ions or by ammonium what? Ions. Okay, so we're saying that we have two different types of salts, acid salts. So from the definition, remember, I said when either ore or part of the hydrogen ions are replaced. So when all the hydrogen ions are replaced by metal or ammonium, we have what we call normal salts. All the hydrogen ions are replaced. But when only part of the hydrogen ions are replaced, we have what we call acid what? Acid salts. Okay, and these definitions can come up in an exam. So now salts are categorized into two categories. You have soluble salts and you also have insoluble salts. So for soluble salts here, we can start with by saying all nitrates, meaning all salts that contain the nitrate, and the nitrate is this, it has this symbol, okay? So all salts that contain the nitrate compound or nitrate ion, they are what? Soluble, okay? They are soluble. Then all salts that contain what we call all halides. Halides come from the term halogen that contain the group 7 elements. For example, chlorine is in group 7, bromine, and also iodine. All these are group 7 elements. We call them halides. And then we can say there's an exception here, okay? There's an exception. So the exceptions, I'll be putting them here so that you know that they are insoluble. So except for silver halides, okay? So this means that any halide that has silver in it, for example, silver chloride, maybe silver bromide, and also silver iodide, all these will be insoluble. But so long as silver is not one of them, then the salt should be okay. Okay, what is the other exception? Lead. So if you have lead is shown by B. Okay, so lead chloride, it's insoluble. Okay, also lead bromide. Okay, also lead iodide. Okay, so these are the exceptions. So all of these, when you see chloride, bromide, iodide in a salt, chloride, bromide, iodide in a salt, you expect that salt to be soluble, except it has either silver or lead. That's the thing here. Then we can say all sulfate salts, sulfate. So many salts that contain the sulfate are soluble, okay, though you would have an exception, okay, and the exception is if it's barium sulfate, it's lead 2 sulfate, and also calcium sulfate. Okay, this is very profound and you have to know. So all nitrates are soluble, all halides are soluble except if there's silver or lead. All sulfates are soluble except for these three: barium, lead, and calcium. Okay. Then the others, all salts that contain either sodium, potassium, and also ammonium. Ammonium is NH4 plus. So all salts that contain either sodium, potassium, ammonium, you expect them to be soluble. Okay, you expect these salts to be soluble. Okay, and then on the carbonates, we can say all carbonates are insoluble except if they contain these. Okay, for example, the exceptions are if there is ammonium, like I said, ammonium or ammonium are soluble. So for example, ammonium carbonate, sodium carbonate, and also potassium carbonate. So these are the exceptions. Okay, so if you just know this, know it in your head, and if you'd have no difficulties. Okay, if you'd have no difficulties knowing which salts are soluble and which salts are insoluble.